Hello, what's up guys? Welcome back in our YouTube channel with me Ogi and Jeeves in our journey into Star Atlas Metaverse. As we know, Star Atlas constantly doing the interview for a user experience in their community. And just yesterday, one of our ambassador been able to have an interview with the Star Atlas team with the topic user experience feedback. So check this out.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
it's recording. Yeah.
See, you've got like a whole microphone you're holding.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is actually I got this ever since I started Star Atlas. We have a lot of coverage to make, and I think I'm representing Indonesian community as well. We have a lot of questions we'd like to ask, but I forgot. Apparently, this is just a user experience feedback session. So yeah, I'm sticking to that. Yeah.
I'll leave a little bit of time for you at the end so that you can ask your questions and
Yeah.
get all the
Yeah.
answers you
Thank you
need.
very much. Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay, awesome. So your name's Harris, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Indonesia.
Oh, wow. I've never been there, but the pictures look amazing.
Well, you should. You should. I bet that's a photo of Bali, but I think you should just visit. Yeah.
I bet that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your interest in participating. So what I'm doing is I'm collecting experiences from all the different users, and it's helping me understand exactly where the pain points are for people, what they really enjoy, what they appreciate, and how to make things better.
Yeah.
So we've been really overwhelmed by the support. So my name is Luciano. I'm a product designer here at Star Atlas, and I'm here to hear your feedback. So good feedback or bad feedback, it doesn't matter either way. To be honest, bad feedback kind of helps a lot, but good feedback is also good to hear. And then I want to ask you some questions. So if you hear me typing, it's because I'll be taking notes, and
Right.
I'll be asking you to share your screen so we can visit a web browser at some point as well. That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be recording the session, and we'll have about, I guess, less than 30 minutes now.
Yeah. No worries.
So a couple of things to remember before we start is don't worry about hurting my feelings.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
here for a long time, so you can say whatever you need to say.
Okay.
As long as we try to be honest, and it's all constructive to me. And most importantly, there's no wrong answers. So I'll be
Yeah.
giving you a couple goals, like buy a ship, that sort of thing, without actually purchasing it.
Yeah.
And so it's not a test. So
Yeah.
maybe just tell me about yourself or your organization as well, and how you found Star Atlas.
Okay. All right. So I'm a corporate worker. I'm pretty new to crypto, and I'm pretty new to NFT gaming. I think I just started NFT gaming for like a month, and yeah, I got referred from a friend, and I think I found Star Atlas from a friend of mine, a friend of a friend. So I looked at their posts, and then I saw some few graphics. I admire and I appreciate the visual graphic very much. It's an awesome metaverse, or how do you guys mention that? It's a new idea and an imagination. Because originally I played a lot of EVE Online, so I played from 2010 2012. I stopped because back then computer wasn't okay, the graphic wasn't okay, and I started back again around 2018 19, and I just stopped recently because the content was getting boring. Even though with their upgrades, with their patches, still the main like source of income usually through a few specific features like gameplays, where you go for incursions and everything, big fleets. You gain a lot of money by defeating world bosses or things like that. So yeah, it got me bored. So I stopped that. But recently I just started NFT gaming. at first, I think I first put a lot of money and I put a lot of hope at Star Atlas. But for me, I think the unfortunate thing is that the progress for the game for us to engage, it's progressing slowly compared to compared to other NFT games. Well, I know that I can't compare Star Atlas to games like, if I can say brands, Bomb Crypto or the other DeFi kingdoms, the big ones. All I didn't play Sandbox, I didn't play Mana or any other of those big names, also Radio Chacha and everything, because from what I heard, Sandbox is like Minecraft, and I don't really play this kind of games because it's pixel and it's not very attractive compared to, well, EVE Online or Star Atlas right now. Yeah.
I love EVE Online.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, back then it was I went to nullsec in offline, and I lost a lot of ships, and especially when back at that time Indonesian community wasn't that big, so I always played with EU time zone, European time zone or American time zone, and sometimes with that discrepancy, no, not discrepancy, with that time gap, yeah. And also not a lot of support. I cannot relate to the guys in the community, in the guild. I'm sorry, in the corporation. That's why I lost a lot of ship, and by then I pretty much I just head back to the high sec and everything. So even at this area, when I heard of that, there's 3 zones in Star Atlas where you can go from the safest one to the medium ones to the nullsec. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I already tried to put myself in the EVE Online kind of ecosystem and gameplay. So I thought that if I already bought a Grenadier and also an Opal Jet and a Pierce X4. So I know that I won't send my Grenadier to the fiercest or the inner the nullsec in I don't know what you guys are gonna call it in the future, but but overall I'm still overwhelmed, or I'm pretty occupied with other games now, so it's pretty unfortunate. I was very expecting the score to be released somewhere around these dates, before it was postponed to the 9th of December. And from the look of it, when I saw the supplies, the interface for the ammunition, food, fuel, in the report from Star Atlas, I was excited, but then I was worried because I currently also played. I'm currently playing Crypto Blades also. After I played CryptoBlades.io, which is like you just mint your character and then you battle someone without having that actual gameplay video. I was getting, I am currently getting bored compared to like other games like Bomb Crypto or other games that you have to pretty much be engaged with the game. Like I think now my life's changed because of NFT gaming and Bomb Crypto. I need to wake up like every 2 or 3 hours for Bomb Crypto, like because we need to have the energy restored, and for maximum coins per day, we have to keep on getting up.
Spell the name of that game.
Sorry.
You spell the name of that game.
That game is Bomb Crypto, so BOMB. And then crypto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bomb Crypto. Got it.
Yeah.
Something else. So you have to continuously go back to the game every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. Because I think that's one of the early adopter of NFT gaming, from what I'm seeing now, from my perspective. And the exchange rate went from, I think the first time I entered is $3.4 per coin, and now it moved up to $8 per coin. So that's why I kept on playing that. I can also play other games and I think I also bought my Opal Jet from those from the revenue and the income from Bomb Crypto.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, because with the current gameplay from Bomb Crypto, it can get me somewhere around. So right now, maybe around $240. Sorry, no, yeah, $240 per day, US
Yeah,
dollars.
that's
So
substantial.
yeah, so with that, it's becoming a steady income. So yeah, with that, I lost my grasp a bit with Star Atlas. I kept looking at your Twitter feed, your news and everything, but yeah, I kept on waiting. Whilst waiting, we are seeing a lot more other games, and yeah, currently I'm joining like 6 NFT games with the early, with the basic like $20 or $50 entry fee, like entry minting and everything, and I think that's pretty popular, and we are seeing a lot of spikes. So
Can you tell
yeah,
me which games you think are for you are like the top NFT games right now that you're most active in?
okay. In my own perspective, there are four that I currently play. One is Crypto Blades, so that's one of the nights. And Bomb Crypto, that's my main one. There's another one coming up is Rise City, so it's like a Sim City kind of game. So you just have buildings and it makes passive income and everything. And I think the last one that I am actually very interested in is DeFi Kingdoms, in Harmony Mainnet. Yeah, but I think they started somewhere around September, and yeah, the prices went up crazy, and even now, because what excites me, I'm also in the finance and management background, so
Mm.
the staking, the LP farms and everything, it's very intriguing and very interesting, so, for me, and even now, previously before Atlas price went up again, when it was at its lowest, I kept on staking Atlas and USDT at
Mm.
Radium,
Yeah.
because that's the only platform that I know, and it actually gave me a really good return. So it excites me where I'm not a trader, I'm not a coin trader. So having this kind of a fixed income is actually good, and I think DeFi Kingdoms is very interesting to me also because with LP we are putting with interest rate, we are getting interest rates, and then we put them in a farm, another interest rates, and for what we get, we also have staking inside the game, and with all of that put in together, it's like a finance heaven for me.
I can imagine. That's great. Thank you for all that background, and that's really good to hear. So I've got a couple objectives for you. If you want to share your web browser with me, we can go to play.staratlas.com.
So okay, uh, I'll, I'll do that, and I'll do that.
Excellent.
Is that it? Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, great. So, yeah, so what I'd like you to do is I'm going to give you, like I said, a couple objectives. The first one's going to be to buy a ship. We'll get all the way to the point where you click the button to buy the ship, and we'll stop there. There's no need to connect your wallet or anything like that right now. Yeah, so what I'm looking for is just, look at the pages, talk about the path that you use to get there, what decisions you're making, what things on the page you're taking into account, and things are important to you, and what's not working well. So right away you went to the marketplace. Can you tell me a little bit about this page and how your experience has been with it?
Yeah. Well, for me, because I played in a lot of MMORPG, the rarity plays a lot of part here. So I always gonna look for the legendaries. Um, yeah, but then first I will see the origination price. From that, I will find the estimate. But sometimes I do look also for the buy to know the actual game, like the actual price of in the market. Um, yeah, and afterwards, yeah, I think I'll share what I was what my decision um, made decision was. So yeah, from that, uh, I think I first bought it, or I first saw the Play Atlas is somewhere around end of October. So by that time, I think the legendaries are not out yet, if I'm not mistaken. So and by then, on that time, I wasn't very sure because I haven't done a lot of research. So I always look for the commons one to see the most basic like the investment that I need to make. And from that, I saw that, and from the USDC and everything, it's really just like it's very easy for me just to make the decision, especially when 20 USDC. Yeah, well, even for us for me in Indonesia, it's quite a small number. So I just yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. And maybe go back to like the first time you visited the marketplace. What did that? What kind of issues did you run into? What is there anything that you didn't understand right away, or took you a little bit longer to understand, or frustrated you?
Um, Actually, not much, but yeah. What frustrated me was that it wasn't very sure unless we need to read it, like for like BIOS backlight. Like, is it a logistic ship or is it a combat ship? It's very apparent after you see the interface here. Spec flight for the crew and components, I wasn't very sure. Also, like what's the use of it, but from what I knew, like a lot of modules and a lot of weapon hard points are good. So that's what I was looking at. Um, but other than that, yeah, because the price differs, like from for example, like the Amboy with also the other rare, like maybe Opod. It's like different prices with same rarity, and at that time, yeah, from what I know, it's just like the rarity that matters. Like it's like for me, it was the same quality, even though they have different roles. But if it's the same quality, then they should have been on the same price. But then the origination price for like Calico Compact is much higher. Then I was looking at the other ships, and originally I thought I was going to buy an Okrika Tripit, because if I'm planning on buying a lot, I would choose legendary. And but with legendary, it's almost the same price, or even it's like cheaper than Pierce R8. So at that time, I thought, okay, if and also from the white paper, I saw that the one of the percentage of rewards, like I think the Atlas rewards or anything, will come back again to PVE, a player versus enemy. So I thought combat ship, and the biggest one, the most and the rarest ship there is, and that's the Tripit. But then afterwards, when I joined a guild inside, they showed me I think that's the MSRP, or that's the VWAP. I kind of forgot. So the actual value of the ship, and then I found the Grenadier, because at that time I think maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago the price went down, and at that time I just used the origination price compared to the buy. If it's undervalued, then that's pretty much helped me on purchasing the ship.
So you looked at the origination price, and then you looked at the price in the order book. If it was higher or lower, it would help you make a decision.
Yep. And but also with that, it's just because from the community that I joined in the guild, they mentioned that how they calculated the value with available products or available supply, and with that, I know that apparently there are still a lot of more Grenadier, or maybe another that still Star Atlas developer still has in pocket. So with that, I know that buying under value as a trading commodity would be best. So I just bought it without thinking long. Yeah.
So it's more of an investment decision.
Yeah. Well, from the roadmap, I saw that the game will pretty much release in, I think, 2023 or more. So I thought that yeah, it's best to buy now. because I saw in the market, like in EVE Online, I saw the carrier ship prices and the Plex prices in EVE Online, and yeah, and with my maturity as well, when I played EVE Online back then, it was during my university year, and at that time I was just playing, and just playing for the subscription. I don't know how to get money, how to or how to maintain my Plex and everything. But at this time, I know that it's a longer game. It's a longer period of time, so I need to prepare it in advance and put it as as an investment.
Yeah, those prices on EVE Online definitely fluctuated a lot over time.
Yeah.
Great. So, can you take me to the trade tab again of one of the ships? It's like a buy or sell, yeah. This page in particular, when you first landed on this page, was there anything that was difficult for you to understand? Was there any information that was missing that you wanted? Were there any frustrations for you?
No, because I'm based in finance, so I know that ask and buy. So and the position there is, I think if I may add, maybe I always try to compare Atlas and USDC, and I have to go back and forth to the exchanger to find the actual value, like which one is cheaper and everything. If there's a shortcut, like we know that 10,000 USDC is how much of an Atlas, maybe that will help to make a quicker decision making, maybe.
Yeah, that's good feedback. Any feedback like that, or anything you'd prefer, or anything that feels a little bit off to you, or can help you make a better decision is good feedback.
Yeah, well, firstly, in an overall experience, when I first saw it at staratlas.com, I know that it has a very unique kind of features and and user interface, and I was very excited, like seeing everything. But when I click the play now and play at Star Atlas, it's just, for me, it was very basic. And at that time, I know that the game hasn't opened much, and the leaderboard area, this leaderboard area is actually very helpful for me. Actually, this is my second wallet. So first, I thought that I need to pick the faction first. So I picked Mud before. But then when I joined the guild, because there's no a specific trait of the faction, and there's no specific benefit, and we can change wallet, I just changed it, and now I am pretty much free. And I think a lot of people actually done that also. But with this, yeah, like top player asset value, when it shows that Oni is like a lot of just one big carrier ship kind of faction, and for Mud, like when there's a top player and a small number of player, but with the higher total asset value, that means that it's a very equal leveled community or faction. So with that, I know if we have big fleet fights like in EVE Online, we are expecting a lot of battleships rather than one carrier with a lot of frigates in that sense. But yeah, so that's the first thought that I had, and I chose Mud. But then with the guild and with everything information I know, I changed my wallet, and yeah. But in overall user interface in the first, I was I think it's not sufficient. Like yeah, it was just like a very simple tab for me. Like back then also, it's just like the shape, structures, collectible assets, and at that time, even looking at the access, I wasn't sure like what are these for. But apparently, after I looked at the events, it was just the products from past events. Yeah, that's it.
Great. That's excellent feedback. I have one more thing for you just to explore, and then I'd be happy to take any questions. But yeah, keep in mind that I can't divulge any information that hasn't already been shared, and I will probably be sending you to resources more than anything else. If you click on choose faction on the bottom left, I don't want you to actually choose your faction here, but let's explore this experience. Can you tell me what it was like for you choosing a faction, the page, the information,
Well,
what it was like for you?
yeah, like if online, yeah, I know that mud is very easily. It's a firepower kind of team. It's like the it's like the Empire in Star Wars, and with Oster exploratory but hull strength, it made me wonder like, is this exploration kind of race or and also before I thought that the specific ship will always tie into the faction, and by that time that I know, apparently we can have pilot licenses to pilot a lot of ships. Then I lost my faction. I moved to another world also. Back then I thought because I know that the Pierce X4 and all the combat ships in the early stages are combat, and it's like mod technology. That's why I chose mod also. But with Oni and Oster, for me, aesthetic wasn't that important, but the information like diplomatic, technological, hull strength, and exploratory, that was the one that's very important to me. Yeah, and yeah, actually, a lot of information given out outside of this play.staratlas.com, in my perspective.
Great. Yeah, I just want to thank you again for all of your feedback and for taking the time. I know it's not easy to kind of go back and think about what it was like choosing things and giving this level of feedback, but it really helps a ton, and I can guarantee you that all of this will get back to the team
Yeah.
one way or another.
Thank you.
Great. So I guess I'll just leave some time for you if you want to ask any questions, or if I can direct you anywhere to find your answers.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the time. So yeah, there are actually two questions that our community is asking. First is just a very basic one for the score and in the upcoming, and it was mentioned that there will be a fleet, like maybe a faction fleet. So can the fleet contain a lot of other ships, like multiple ships, or it needs to be one fleet of Pierce X4s?
All that the information that we have about the upcoming release is in the roadmap at the
Okay.
moment. Have you seen the latest roadmap?
Yeah. Well,
Updates?
yeah, we have some information that all the fleets consist of a single type of ship. So we were just clarifying that.
Yeah. So whatever you see in there is what you can expect right now.
Okay.
But as we get closer, we may be releasing more
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm be sure to be taking more calls like this once we do release score as well,
Yeah.
so that we can get feedback around what you're confused about and what makes sense.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think this one will be quite a big question. So there's Dreaming Dragon is asking if the QA is on track to meet the deadlines. Is it a manual or automated testing? Have all the audits passed their final steps? So like this audit stuff.
Yeah, those are very specific questions. Like
Yeah.
workings in the product team. I understand why you're asking it, though. I would say it's probably best to wait for Michael Wagner to jump on to the next town hall, and then you could ask the questions there. I don't know how much information they want released about that, so I'm not going to be able to answer, which really sucks because I do want to answer your questions, but I hope you understand my position as well.
Yeah, yeah. No, we completely understand, but thank you for trying to answer the question. But at least
I
we're
will
happy.
tell you that I am very excited about Score.
Oh, yeah.
I might be a little biased as well, but I'm really excited for it, and I'm going to be using it myself. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I think for me, last question. I think I represent Indonesian community also, and a lot of questions and a lot of doubts. Not doubts, just questions. We are a country with 200 plus million population, 250 plus million population, and maybe some of us will think, is it possible to enter the game with no capital in place? Like, will there be any possibility
No.
if for now or maybe in the future?
I know that that's really important to a lot of people, and I think it's really important to take a look at other free to play games, and the games that have assets that are really expensive, and you'll see that there's even if the game itself doesn't offer an inroad for that. I know that you're going to be able to experience things without having to purchase anything, so that's for sure. But there's organizations and there's like third parties that come and help people get access to items if you need to experience certain parts of the game. You don't have access to it because of whatever monetary reasons or where you live. So rest assured, that's going to be a constant battle to try and get as many people on board as possible. So we're definitely not going to forget about those communities.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much. And do we still have time for 2 small questions?
Okay, if you do them quickly.
Okay. All right. So first, just to know, is currently everything, even though with delays on the roadmap and everything, is everything still in line with your with the developer expectation and goals? Is everything still good in the process?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, our team has gotten better over time, and it's grown bigger as well. So I'm really happy with the quality and everything that's coming out of what we're producing. Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Well, seeing the confidence from the developers, I think will help us a lot also.
Yeah, I think just wait just a little bit longer. Just it's a couple of weeks away, or I don't even know what the update is actually, and you'll be able to experience it yourself. So you're almost there.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll just cut it off right there because I think we are very happy with the answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Haris. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah. Thanks, Luciano. I hope everything the best.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Hello guys! Thank you so much for watching us in user experience feedback with one of our ambassador, Haris Susanto, with Star Atlas Team Development. If you like this YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification. Every time we have a new video, you will get the notification with that one. So see you next time in our next video. Thank you so much.